Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. You know the drill. If you've been here before, I'm so happy you stopped back by. And if you're new to my channel, get comfy for just a few minutes and I'll show you what I'm up to today. When I posted my video over the weekend, I said there would not be a video today. I fibbed just a little because in setting and doing my editorial calendar last night, I realized that today is the 5th of April, which means we are doing Case on the 5th. So this is my card that I put together today, and in a couple of minutes I'll walk you through how I did it. This card literally took me less than 20 minutes to do. So let's start with what I was looking, my inspiration piece. My catalog for this month's casings and 10 on the 10th and that sort of thing come from our 30th anniversary catalog from Stampin' Up. It was the June 1st, 2018 through June 3rd, 2019. And there was this one. I had purchased half full when it retired, and I just hadn't done it yet. I hadn't played with it yet. So I decided, as I was flipping through the catalog, looking for the quick card to play with today, this is the stamp set I decided to play with. And it looks like this. Now take a look. That's the card. I did something very similar with this with just a couple of modifications. But I want to put my stamp away that I used on the cover. There were 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stamps in this set. And I used the wine bottle and the wine glass and the tag for this one. And I started by stamping the tag. That's such an awful glare. I started by stamping the tag on black cardstock with the Archival Brilliant Moonlight White. So it had just a little bit of a shimmer and gave it that chalkboard effect. And then I went looking for my background and I found this. And I've got this paper pad, and while I was up looking to see where this paper collection was supposed to be on my shelf, because I have an open package of the paper and it's not in a keeper on the shelf where it belongs, I came across Comfort Cafe, which was an old paper collection from our annual catalog of 2012-2013, and I thought this paired beautifully with this gray and was just enough punch behind this. Now, while this is not a Mary Merlot color in this, I thought it paired well with the Mary Merlot, which I used a Mary Merlot cardstock background. And I did not have, let's see, the wine glass is stamped in Mary Merlot, but I do not have a Stampin' Blends for that. So I colored the wine in with Cherry Cobbler. You'll notice that it is very close. And then on the inside, I stamped Happy Birthday from the Happy Birthday to You collection, and then the wine bottle and the glass down in the bottom with the Mary Merlot ink. Tied it with some leftover twine from a paper pumpkin, and that's all it took to put this card together today. I used my triple banner punch to do the inset, and I'm thinking about going back over this with dimensional glaze, but I didn't want to put my thumb in it by mistake while I was filming, so I'm going to go back and do that after I do the video. So the other thing was, one of my viewers, Mariposa, asked about the paper that I used in my video on Saturday where I showed how I had everything written down that I used in a card. And so I'm going to show you basically how I do this one really quick. I go back. This one was made on 4/5. Yes, I'm making it this morning. You know, because I thought about it as I was going to bed last night that, oh my, tomorrow's the 5th. I don't have a card for Case on the 5th. I made one. I used Comfort Cafe paper, and I will come back and fill in what that other one was that this gray background came from. I used Mary Merlot cardstock, and I used Stampin' Blends. I used the Cherry Cobbler, And for ink, I used Mary Merlot. and I used Moonlight Brilliance. For stamps, I used Half Full, which is a retired set from Stampin' Up. And I used one of our current ones, Happy Birthday to You. I used my triple banner punch. I used my Tombow glue and some linen thread. And yeah, I know there are not two ends together in the middle of linen, but you know, go with it. So that's how I do. Now, the purpose behind this paper pad is I belong to a group on Split Coast Stampers called Stamp to Spend. I have for many years. And what we do is to encourage us to use our stash and not go buy more stuff. We pay ourselves for the different things that we do in a project. So flip this over. This was not an ATC, but if I were to make an ATC, I would give myself $2 for every ATC. If it was a small altered item, I'd pay myself $5. An altered large, $15. For posting it on the blog, this would be $3. Now I'm going to post it to YouTube, so there's $3. It's one card, $2. It is a collaborative challenge, so there's $2. I will probably post it on SCS Gallery, which actually should have gone here. And so I have $5, $6, $7, $8 that I will put, instead of giving myself my weekly allowance, I will put that $8 in a separate envelope, cash envelope system, so that when I want to go splurging, I know that I have that much money to spend, and that's it. So that is what this is all about. This actually has a cover over on my filming table somewhere. I'm hoping to find that in the next couple of weeks and get this back in shape. This was simply made using the trifold flyer template in Microsoft Word, and then I just created what I wanted in the 3 columns, and then I did this on the back side in the 3 columns. So when I printed it out, cut them, I'm learning to talk today. The trifold template for flyers prints in landscape. So then you just cut them in 3s, and you've got your fronts and backs ready to go on your... Now, if you don't want to use the back, this is a great way to track what you use in a project. So when you go to do a video, you don't have to try and remember what the product was, who you cased, any of that kind of stuff. Accessories down here, I could put accessories, or I could make a notation that I needed to make sure that I brought this up in my video, or that I was inspired by where it was from. And now this one I could put in here, for that matter. Where did I just toss my pen at? I just had it. I just had it. There it is. This came from, what did we say, the 2018-2019 catalog. So I'll flip this over. 2018-2019 catalog. I could also put Pinterest board and write down the name of the Pinterest board that it came from if I got it from Pinterest, or whose YouTube channel I cased it from. Just a great way to track your information. I'll have to look at my planner to see where I am for the rest of the week. I'm trying to get as much accomplished as I can. I have 2 full weeks left, this week and next week, that Bob is gone. And I'm trying to accomplish as much as I can. And of course, it's time to start working out in the yard, get the garden planted, and all that fun stuff. So the first full week of the month is always lots of fun, and then add in seasonal items and it gets crazy. So thank you for joining me in the studio today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you back here at some point this week. Creative blessings.